All right, here we are inside of the Earthship. Um, haven't done too much with the glass. I did install that last side of glass. Nika helped me set all that up. So there's still that side to do. I still have some glass, so I think I'm gonna be able to set up some glass over there for the rest to kind of seal this inside in now. Nika's gathering up wood from outside and the battery drill to work on the kitchen sink right there, and we'll get that all set up and then kind of dig more of the garden bed out over on that side to kind of correlate with the sink and the gray water from that. We'll be getting to the shower and getting that all set up and then piped in for gray water over there. So still no shower yet, but we're pretty enclosed now, so I mean we can definitely kind of keep away with doing all the inside stuff now, especially since we got the rocket stove up. Guess that was the main update for today, was we kind of got a first layer of mud in, and we're kind of cooking all the mud and stuff now. Yeah, that's not smoke coming off out of the stove at all. That's actually the mud just evaporating all the moisture that it has in it from us mudding it and stuff like that. Because everything's pretty sealed in. So we have all the piping, and that's going to the outside there. So that'll cook. It's cooking that inside insulative mud layer that Nika had made. There was a bunch of people kind of confused about what that was. That's that inside tube now. So now you can kind of see the barrels over top of this. And now you kind of get an idea after seeing that other tube, kind of what's happening here. So basically, we have our fire going, and you can see that that this thing is just wide open, but we don't have any smoke coming in. There's a little smoke when we first got it, trying to get it started, but after it got started, I mean, it's just going now, full throttle. So got the stove fans kicking full blast. So yeah, with that tube, basically all that flame is going in, and then that tube y'all saw before, that's pretty much all that flame and heat is hitting the top of that barrel. It's going to kick that fan on, but most of the heat's going to dissipate out of the barrel itself. There's going to still be some heat coming off of the tube. Like, it's pretty warm. Like, I can touch it for a little bit, but it is pretty warm. But just coming farther down here, even to this part of the tube, I can actually put my hand a lot more on this and hold it for a lot longer. So like that first chunk of tubing or exhaust pipe is definitely dissipating just a lot of the heat, and like I was talking about before, like that's dissipating into the house, not outside, basically. So the fact that I can barely touch that tube over there because it's pretty hot, but I can put my hand full on this and it feels like a dryer vent, exhaust tube kind of thing. Super warm, but it gives you an idea of kind of what's going outside. So we'll go outside. The wind's kind of kicking out there. I'll go outside really quick and can kind of see what's going on outside with the fire going. But before I go outside, just wanted to show you what we're kind of working with for firewood. So pretty much just, all these little sticks and stuff. I mean, this big old bundle right here, it's not like a whole lot just because it's all spaced out from stacking those sticks in there like that. So that's a good amount, but I mean, that'll last us, some hours basically. Just those little sticks. This thing's going full throttle. Kind of have to keep an eye on it, to keep the, if you want to keep like the flames going, the embers and stuff will go for a good long while. I know the other rocket stove, we'd leave it and, it'd get down to the coals and stuff, and we'd even leave the coals for a minute. And then all we'd have to do is really throw some more sticks on, and it actually would start back up. So the coals were still pretty hot after, some hours. I think overnight, I'm trying to remember from the rocket stove. Yeah, like overnight stuff, we'd be able to start it right up in the morning without, a bunch of paper and stuff like that. So, these sticks will burn for a good minute. So we'll be able to, like that bundle right there, I'm pretty sure, we just got home from work, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon, but this will last us, through the night till we go to bed, and there'll definitely be some left over in the morning to start a fire. And then we just have a bunch more that we have piled up outside too. So we have a bunch of little sticks like this to keep stoking the fire for a good little while before we start chopping more trees and gathering more sticks and stuff. But the wind's kicking outside, and it's a little bit snowy too, but we'll go to the exhaust pipe and give you an insight on what's coming out at the other end. All right, here we go, walking to the outside. You can see the little wisps. It's cold outside, so there's definitely going to be some steam or whatever coming out of the tube. But honestly, look at how clean that looks. Clean burning stove, just like Hank Hill and his propane and propane accessories. Yeah, this is right off the bat. We got the fire. You saw the fire was kind of going. But honestly, like, look, this is nothing. I can stick my hand in this pipe. This is not hot coming out. Like, this is dryer vent status, So that's basically the efficiency of the design of this stove. Like, this is how it works. It's meant to combust everything that the wood has to offer. And it's also utilizing the heat more so in a more efficient way, basically, where this is all that's coming out is, a little bit of CO2, but more so just a little bit of heat and water vapor. I doubt anyone can stick their arm in their exhaust tube without getting, burnt or anything like that. So, this design of stove really has proven its worth to me. And honestly, this is the first time I've come out even to look at the exhaust pipe. So, you guys are all seeing the proof in the pudding right here, just as much as I am. The fact that I can stick my hand in here. This is warm. Look, it's hard to see, but my hand is moist. Like, that's moisture coming out. That's all that is. A little bit of CO2, but that's just all steam for the most part, just blown out of this pipe, and that's what, it's condensating on my hand is the deal. So, anyone that has a chance to start building a rocket stove, they definitely should. So, it's definitely a great idea. It's proven its worth. This is the second time, this is the second rocket stove now that we've built. So things have definitely proven themselves to me as far as that design, being scientific about it. It's not like I've done like 50 trials of rocket stoves, but, being scientific about it, from this standpoint, this is 2 for 2 on the rocket stove, as far as efficiency, the fuel that we're putting in, and the heat that we're going to be getting out of it, basically. So, it's just little designs and concepts like that, as far as going with nature and stuff like that, we can utilize nature in that way. Heat is a part of nature. If we can utilize, heat the best we can, we don't have any better technology, if you're trying to cut out of like propane or natural gas or anything like that, and the choice is wood. We're doing a service for one because we're cleaning up all the dead wood around here. I know that's not necessarily a renewable resource, but we are helping clean up the land by taking down all these dead trees, cleaning up all the dead branches, composting, pine cones and stuff like that. And it really does, when you implement other things, like the rocket stove, You know, like a tree, it's hard to see. It's just like right past that little hill. You know, that dead tree, you know, that's going to be like a couple weeks worth of wood for, you know, for us, for the rocket stove. You know, it doesn't require much wood. So, you know, so we were able to stretch our wood a little bit farther for the same kind of heat that other people, you know, are getting in their wood burning stoves at home. So, you know, it's kind of just that, you know, combining the Earthship kind of thing with the solar gain, you know, solar panels, wind turbine. I mean, you know, things can be set up in a pretty comfortable way for people. I just don't think a lot of people, you know, expand off ideas or outside the box. But it's not everybody's thing, though, at the same time. So everyone's got their little niche. You know, we're just getting creative out here. And so definitely just trying to show everyone our kind of ideas and how we're building things. You know, and other people can kind of expand off that, you know, implement their own kind of deal. But yeah, I just definitely wanted to update on the rocket stove. You know, I'm sure a lot of people have questions on the rocket stove and, you know, efficiency, how it works for us, you know, and the exhaust. You know, I think that that video clip of the exhaust right there is proof in the pudding for sure. And now we're getting a heated house. It already feels a whole lot warmer in here with that little bit of fire going. So you can see just those little bit of sticks creating all this heat, kicking that fan, blowing the heat around, and we're sitting comfy. And we're building inside too. So we're gonna keep on building. So well, when we get more windows and silicone and stuff up, maybe more digging in the greenhouse, but there'll definitely be more stuff to update everyone on. Yeah, I got all that to work on, that aquaponics system. We'll do more with the exhaust pipe too. The shower is going to be built up more, the bathroom area. So there's plenty of stuff to update everybody on. So we're going to get back to work, stoke the fire, and we're going to start making up a kitchen.